Welcome back to the Stepwise YouTube channel. In this series, we explore using AI to create materials for stepwise pedagogy. Today, we'll design a Teacher Teaches lesson for grade 10 science students. This tutorial demonstrates how to use GenAI to compile a lesson on the topic of dispositifs. The lesson, designed for one class, covers both the input and application segments of Teacher Teaches. This step-by-step guide will show you how to leverage GenAI tools to design lessons while ensuring alignment with the stepwise pedagogy. When you look at this burger, what comes to mind? When some researchers look at this, they see that it's part of a large network of living and non-living entities that shape our understanding. This understanding is based on actor network theory that refers to these entities as actants. According to Foucault's concept of dispositifs, in such networks, some actants are more influential than others. A dispositif is a group of actants that generally co-support a common cause. These actants influence an individual's actions through repressive or normalizing power. Repressive power uses force or coercion, whereas normalizing power operates through defining what is socially considered normal or abnormal, and these types of powers influence our actions. It's important for students to recognize dispositifs and the role of normalizing and repressive power to gain a comprehensive understanding of problematic STEMicy issues, and then to conduct research to find solutions to them. We can wisely and ethically prompt GenAI to create a lesson that can teach students about dispositifs. To do this, we must first assess if the AI model has a research-informed understanding of both dispositifs and normalizing and repressive power. The AI model discusses the key concepts relating to dispositifs. It also describes normalizing and repressive power along with giving examples for them. Once we see that the AI understanding is informed by research, we can prompt it to create a lesson based on this. A good prompt has a defined topic, context, objective, output, and learning outcomes. The generated lesson has objectives and an outline. It defines the concept of dispositifs and repressive versus normalizing power. It also generates a case study for students to analyze dispositifs and their power relations. And finally, it asks students to create their own dispositifs, which they are asked to present at the end of the class. The output from the AI model can be improved through engineering a series of research-informed prompts. The current lesson does not connect to the concept of actor network theory. It is important for students to make this connection, and we can prompt the AI model to make this a part of the lesson. The AI shows the connection between ANT and dispositifs. It generates a slide including these and adds the ANT connection to the student's activity as well as the reflection component. It is important to remember that we also need to consider the importance of symbolic entities. We can prompt the AI to ensure these are mentioned wherever living and non-living entities are. A STEMicy issue does not only have one dispositif. For any issue, there are competing dispositifs where the actants of each one are aligned to support their specific goals. We can prompt the AI to modify the lesson so that students understand how opposing sides of any issue can have their own dispositifs. Dispositifs are created based on living, non-living, and symbolic actants that share the same values. People can mobilize on a specific issue by creating their own dispositifs where all actants share the same values. We can prompt the AI model to modify the lesson to include this concept as well. The final lesson includes learning objectives, warm-up questions to help students make connections to the topic, an explanation of dispositifs and the theory of power, a connection to actor network theory and the different types of actants, a case study analyzing competing dispositifs, an activity for students to build their own dispositifs, and a final reflection on the topic. In this way, we can get the help of AI models to create content and activities for the Teacher Teaches section of stepwise pedagogy. Do remember that these models have conversational memory, so we can edit each prompt and engineer it as needed to get our desired outcome. We hope you found this video helpful in designing a lesson to teach about dispositifs. Subscribe to the Stepwise YouTube channel to learn about related topics like semiotics, STEMicy matrices, and actor network theory.